Hi guys, welcome. It's great to have you guys again here today. We have another interview. Holy moly, we're churning these out every single every single time, every single Wednesday. Don't forget to comment your favorite name, favorite clan name. Was it what was it again? Favorite clan name?
It's a favorite clan name, I think, and also maybe favorite card as well. I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yes. Favorite clan name, favorite card name.
Uh,
And you have a chance of winning one of the cards represented here in the giveaway from your favorite content creators or from us from Crushing the Meta or from any other people who submitted theirs as well. So here I'm joined with today a very special person. What's up? How you doing?
Hi, so my name is Varian, and in Discord you would call me Vaklys. That's actually my handle for most of games or online things in general. So if you happen to have playing an online game and then you just search my name Vaklys on my Discord, you'll probably find me if I'm playing that.
Hmm.
If not, then never heard of the game. But nice to see everyone.
Okay, dope. So right now you know what it is. Everybody knows what it is already. We do some small little questions. We figure out what makes all of the players within Crushing the Meta tick, what got them into Vanguard, and Varian is no different. So Varian, what actually inspired you to play Vanguard? What got you into it?
So I think I have a similar story to a lot of people who played Vanguard
Mm.
because I came to Vanguard from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I
Ah.
was in, I think, middle school, I believe. I have a
Mhm.
group of friends. We
Mhm.
were playing cards. We were poor school like students. So but we do know Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's what everyone is playing.
Mhm.
And in Yu-Gi-Oh, because I was so poor, I didn't own an extra deck. So I played on when synchros is sort of new, sort of thing. And because I hate the concept of extra deck so much, I played Monarch. So I
Ah.
don't have any extra deck cards or any flashy plays. Set a card down at my turn every time. And at one point it became like, oh, synchro got a bit more busted. My friends are just playing loops and it takes 5 minutes for their turn. And then, oh, this is a new thing, Cardfight Vanguard. My friend was introducing it to our friend group, and we eventually just picked it up. But
Mhm.
I actually never owned any trial deck. My first deck of Vanguard is actually the first Granblue deck. So,
Ah.
if I remember correctly, on the first few sets, they don't have a complete deck yet.
No.
Only like the vanillas, and I believe the first one was Baskirk.
Mhm.
And then I only completed it on the set after once I can actually make a full deck with Spirit Exceeds, Baskirk, Night Mist, and all that jazz. I played for a long time until Limit Break, in which eventually I dropped it because a lot of my fan group dropped it as well. And I started picking it up again once I moved to the Netherlands.
Oh wow. And how long ago was that then?
The moving to the Netherlands part, or
Mhm.
the yeah. So I moved to the Netherlands 2014. I'm from Indonesia. I am Indonesian.
Mhm.
So I started in Indonesia, and then on 2014 I went to do my bachelor's here in the Netherlands. I think actually I only picked it up again about 3 years after, so 2017 or 2018, because my friend group who was in a different country started playing it again. So we started playing in CFA, and
Mhm.
then, oh, this is good, let's play it again. And then I reached out to you guys. Now here I am.
Okay. Well, that is an adventure. From the
That is an
wild ride
adventure.
from the
What
kitchen.
card fight and hobbies can get you to actually.
That's actually pretty insane. The
Uh,
community of it all. That's awesome. Do you still keep in contact with some of your friends who still play or no?
yeah, I do. One of my like best friends is the one who we played together because we both stopped around at the same time. He's
Mhm.
playing in the Philippines, so he's more connected to that community.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, but he was also my friend group when he was in Indonesia. So he, long story short, we moved around. So friend group got separated and all that jazz. But there, he was playing it again, and we started playing again in board premium and standard, and then it just snowballed into, oh, let's just play every other day. He's the main person I play tested with,
Mhm.
just because it's we're just more comfortable with each other. Uh, And I do still have connections with the Indonesian community as well. I think one of the most popular ones, maybe you would know, is his name is Rifki Aulia. He is active in almost all Facebook groups for Vanguard.
Depends on the. I'll be very honest with you.
Vanguards, Vanguardians. I think
I
mainly Vanguards.
barely
He
use
was actually a high school mate of mine. So
I think I know the name, but I don't be on Facebook that much these days.
yeah, that's fair. But I think a lot of people who probably is watching
Mhm,
this is familiar with his name, just bringing about. In Vanguards, he always translates like the stream
mhm,
for
mhm,
cards.
mhm.
Shit posts, obviously. I was quite surprised when I joined the Vanguard or like Facebook pages and see his name pop up. Like, wow, he's actually popular. This is not what I expected.
Was he always like a quiet kid in class, or was he like the class
Yeah, he's
clown?
just like a normal quiet kid in class. A bit awkward, but I guess people are a bit different online, and I don't think I'm any different. But
Fair enough. I think that that is a little bit with everybody. You know, you become a little bit of a. You need to either evolve and grow as a person, or you need to put on a different persona to kind of be okay with yourself sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
All right, good. That sounds like a cool thing, man. Like you seem to be bonded with a lot of interconnectivity and stuff. So I guess in terms of Vanguard tournaments and Vanguard events and stuff, like what would you prefer playing? The team league section, or would you prefer playing the regular, solo experience?
That's a good question because the thing is, because I when I was a student, I didn't really have a complete deck, and so I didn't really compete in a lot of tournaments. Like in the
Mhm.
past when I was in Indonesia. So at the beginning of I played Vanguard, I think the only time I competed in Indonesia was once, and I
Mhm.
think when that Aqua Force came and Break Right, so with Transcore,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I didn't even have a complete deck. I even borrowed the deck.
Oh wow.
Uh, and I still remember like one of my first devastating losses was because of there's no G assist yet, so you just
Ah.
don't draw, you just lose. So, but that was a team, and that was really fun. And then I did another team league here in the Netherlands
Mhm.
with Crushing the Meta and a couple of single tournaments as well. I think I do prefer the team just because you can play with your friends more, you interact more with people, and also you can sort of make these teams. That's hard to say.
Theme
So, like
teams.
for
Yes.
example, when yeah, for this year, which we would have done,
Mhm. Mhm.
because of Corona it was cancelled, was we wanted to do the Maglanica for crushing the meta. So it was me, Sparkles, and Yurun. So
Yo,
it was
yeah,
Aqua
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Force, Bermuda, and Granblue because I play Granblue.
Mhm.
That would have been a nice adventure, but it didn't happen unfortunately.
And I think a lot of people would either been able to play like Dark Zone together and stuff like that. That would have been a pretty nice.
Yeah, that would have been pretty nice. But alas,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
never happened. And I only did I think one team league here when I was still quite new to the Dutch community. So I teamed up with people from Hungary,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
I also just knew then. But it was still pretty fun. We bonded a lot for like deck building and just discussing strategies. Uh, like in singles, sure, like you just have your own deck to rely on, but because I don't play meta decks, I just play what I like. I'm very loyal to my clan.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's just well, I'm doing the best I can. I'm not saying that it's not fun, but with a team, it's just more fun because you just interact with more people and more different decks.
Okay. So you did talk about like people from Hungary, people from you being yourself from Indonesia yourself and stuff like that. Like how has been the culture for you in terms of Vanguard between East versus, I mean not versus, but in comparison to East and West, like not that much far from each other, but then still there's like a big, very big space between us in terms of playstyles and attitudes towards Vanguard. What has been some of the things that stood out to you?
I think, well, because I was playing in Indonesia, was in the very early stages of Vanguard, so the community wasn't really big and established yet.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
can't really say that I have a more in-person experience, like
Mhm.
first perspective, but I can say just by, for example, with my sparring partner, because he plays in Indonesia and in the Philippines at the time, where I do notice that the people in the East tend
Mhm.
to gravitate towards cards that generate advantage more.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they would really place that in a higher value.
Mhm.
Aside from, I think in Europe you sort of have cards where this you have to make your deck consistent and work flow well
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of as long as I draw two cards then that means it's busted sort of mentality. But it's not completely true as well. And I think I just have a balance between like like having card advantage of course is very powerful, but also you have to see where your deck is going, working towards to what goal, what sort of winning image you're trying to make. That's also what how I build my deck, just how to see what is my like my winning board and how can I get there. And is drawing a lot makes me get there faster. Usually it does, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, I think.
Yeah, because it,
Yeah.
I think, I get you. I get you because then, uh, drawing cards from the top of your deck is drawing blind, and I think where it would also probably differs a little bit with the West or here in Europe at least is that we tend to go for cards at search,
Yeah.
um, where it would make it, look at top five, add one, for a very specific card. So you filter through your deck and you compress your deck rather than tap this card, draw a card or something, which would make you
Yeah.
lose either power or it'd be low power value and it'd be easier to shield. Sure, you'd probably get like a good grind game out of it, but okay, I can see it. I can see it. I
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. All
I
right.
mean, it's not like it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a play style
yeah.
thing where people value things a bit differently.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Okay, okay, I see that. I see that. So then, what would be some of the more like I guess you're probably taking a good look at sometimes in Japan's or sometimes a lot in the SEA sort of tournaments and events and stuff like that, right? I would suspect so.
Actually, not really.
No.
I tend to just build my own deck,
Uh-huh.
and any sort of reference I see is just from like, oh, I'm scrolling to Facebook. Oh, I see a list, and then, anything interesting? No, okay, then that's how I do it. I don't really look into the meta that like deep into what sort of deck list is winning or what sort of like I look at clan distributions just because it's everywhere. Like people show it
Mm-hmm.
around, put it into your face.
Yep.
But for deck lists, I usually just I want to see how I build it myself first,
Mm-hmm.
if I can, and I very rarely go to a specific list in mind because I personally am a player who likes to test a lot of different decks, even though I'm loyal to very certain few.
Mm-hmm.
But I can generally build them, to a decent, I would say, level. And I would say my sparring partner as well. So, and I think only a few clans that we don't dare to touch because we just have no idea how to build it, either because it's too difficult or just everything is good. We don't know how to make a decision because we are not good and like versed enough with the clan. So I
Ah.
actually don't look into the deck list so much. I only look at them when I have spare time and I'm doing nothing, or it's just in the background somewhere.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the clans then. Since you've mentioned it a couple times, there are clans you don't touch, clans that you're in love with. You wanted to play Magallanica for team tournaments for this year, but unfortunately due to pandemic, a lot of those plans got changed. So let's talk about your clans. What are your favorite ones? What are the ones you love and the ones you're like, "Oh God, I have no idea where to start with this."
This is the classic question every Vanguard Vanguard person has to answer.
Yeah.
So I actually like my love clan is Granblue. It's
Mhm.
as I said, this is where I started.
Mhm.
I think I really liked it because mainly the aesthetics and then also its uniqueness, at least in the past where it relies on drop zone occurrence, and I think that was very unique at the time. Now a lot of people can do it. Like Angel Feathers can do it. Royal Paladin can do it. That grinds my gear a lot. Link Joker can do it as well. But Granblue is like my #1 clan of all time. But I also, aside from Granblue, main 3 other clans, and coincidentally, those are Maglanica clans and two Stargate clans. Yeah, exactly. So I can't put them in any order, but Granblue is first, and then the second one I would say Dimension Police. So in the past I wanted to make Dimensional Robos, but I was too poor, so I had Enigman. And eventually, somehow I got Zeal. So I'm actually one of the few people who was very happy to have Zeal return. Like, I hope it works out.
You're not the only one.
I'm so happy that he comes back, so I'm super curious. And then the third clan would be Aquaforce, because, well, it was rather new at the time, and the mechanic where you switch to attack with the different column and attack on the fourth and third battle was, I think, very complex, which I liked a lot, and aesthetically is very nice to see as well. And then, well, one of my most hated clans in the past because of chaos was Link Joker. But when I came back to Vanguard on 2017, like when I tried just joined the Dutch community, I saw Messiah. What is this? What is this thing? I never seen it before. And then I tried it out, and then I realized that, okay, this is actually very interesting and a very cool concept. I'm also very into theology, so that's why I like the concept of Messiah in that sense. So I really wanted to try it out, and whole and behold, I play Link Joker, but I still detest chaos in the most unimaginable way.
So you probably ground your gears a little bit more when you heard that it was coming back, didn't you?
I was already looking at, okay, what sort of game will it be? If it's locking the board, then I don't know. I just hope it does something else, like bind face down, or remove markers, or seal markers, delete whatever. As long as it doesn't do triangle lock, I'm fine. But yeah, so those are my 4 favorite clans. So what was it? The Granblue, Dimension Police, Aquaforce, and Link Joker. Non-chaos, obviously. And also, one of the clans that I would not dare to touch, but not because I hate it, but more because I don't know how to really build around it, is for one thing, it's Bermuda, because I don't dive into that concept of, I don't want to be playing Bermuda in a sense. I like not everything has to be ladies, like not everything has to be boobs and ass and mermaids. But also, I think Sprite Brothers for me is very difficult, even in standard as well, because I just saw a lot when I'm trying to build it. I just see like there's a lot of potential in how the direction you can build it, and I think if you don't main the clan, you don't know what you're doing most of the time.
I got you.
Maybe that's just me.
No.
Because I do notice that a lot of clans cards, they're just so much value. Like I can use them at any time. I can use A, B, C, D options, but I can't make my decisions. And so those are generally clans I don't touch. In the past, I also really hated the United Sanctuary. I don't know why, because it's just too boring for me. But over time, I became very neutral for it. I play Outbile as well.
Fair. Have you been enjoying some of the standard support? I'm talking about standard, actually. How has standard in comparison to premium been for you so far?
So I am actually one of the people who sort of enjoys both format. I don't know if they are equally, but I play standard a lot in the Netherlands, especially before Corona times. I go to tournaments quite often, every time whenever I can. And the community is very nice. In terms of power creep, the only issue I have is Luard, honestly, and probably Gurgwit, but because of no actual like practical results, like playing them themselves, I just don't know if it's as toxic. But in general, standard has been pretty fun. Like you can make a lot more varied builds now because they have more card options. I still don't like the fact that the supports are just not as equal. Looking at Grand Gallop, especially, uh,
Oh, look what they
I
did to my
actually uh,
boy.
I actually had a case split for that set as well for DP and I think Messiah, right? Yeah, Grand Gallop and Messiah, and we pulled a Grand Gallop SP. Like I got the SP, but then I feel like I don't know what I will do with it. Like, yeah, I know of the Miracle Beauty variant and all that stuff, but it doesn't mean that Grand Gallop is a good VR in terms of scaling with the rest. Like people has to understand that yeah, it works, but it doesn't mean that it's good compared to the rest. It's a bit too late to be classified as a good card. I think.
I think it's because of like twin order that can make it a bit more consistent, I guess, or it gives you a bit more value with it. But unfortunately, promos are exceedingly expensive for no reason.
Yeah, Twin Order is. I don't. I remember paying like 40 euros for like two Twin Orders, but then looking back at it, like I don't know why I did that. But now at least I have four, so I don't have to think about it. Uh,
Until I mentioned it.
but still, like, sure, it makes the deck or the clan more consistent, but it doesn't mean that Grand Gallop is anywhere comparable to say Alter Ego Messiah or anything that comes after, even anything that came before it. So that's why, like the equality in terms of support level is yeah, it's Bushiroad. I mean, what else would I expect at this point? But yeah, that's a unfortunate thing with standard in general. But at least you have a lot of viable decks. I think that's a fact.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
The strength can be disputed of every single one, but at least you have playable ones, which is nice.
exactly. And I think that's very important. If you only think about winning, then yeah, it sucks. But if you just think about the your clan, if you have your favorite clan, and you think about can I actually play this? Can it actually do things like I wouldn't say compete, but more like it's doing something for you to getting that 6 damage, then I think that deck is all right. And yeah, that's at the end of the day, you want to have fun. At least that's how I see it.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about the past. We talked a little bit about, your rise to being interested in Vanguard, at least the rise of playing in Vanguard. So how did you join Crossing the Meta? How did that happen?
So yeah, that was coming back to when I just played with my sparring partner,
Hmm.
and then we saw that oh, there's a tournament and it happens globally, like in the Philippines and also in Europe. And then oh wow, you're going there, and then I thought okay, maybe I should do something. There should be someone in the Netherlands playing Vanguard,
Yeah.
right? So I searched around in Facebook group, and then I found the Dutch Facebook group, and then I just make a post. And I think Hart was the one reaching out to me as well as Alex, who did his interview already, I believe. And then I just had a conversation with Hart. Eventually, he told me like, yeah, you can go here, here, here. These are where people are playing. And I think one of the first locals I went to the Netherlands was the one in Rotterdam. I I don't know if it's still open. I think it's only an online shop now. JJ, I don't know. You can correct me.
It's no longer existing.
But I
It's no
played
longer a
there.
shop.
I played there for a while. I was living in a very a bit further away, like 2 hours by train. But I thought I want to play Vanguard and meet people, so it was worth it for me for a time. And I think I didn't really connect with anyone until I won the shop challenge in Arnhem 2 years ago, I think. And then like, oh yeah, I got first place. I got the buy card with Messiah, and then people started to realize, oh yeah, Varian, I know you now.
Oh dear God! People got starstruck. Like, oh my God, he can play the game. We must know him now.
Yes, at least that's how I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I like some people do like talk to me regularly, like as casually, but I think also at the time I was playing Granblue, which wasn't really that great. Especially like before Messiah, it was just Cocytus. So I was losing a lot, like a lot of my games. So and then when Messiah comes, I started winning games, and then like, oh yeah, yeah, you can play, we can play.
No, but I think it's just sort of like maybe the skill improvement, or they thought it was a skill improvement. No, my deck held me back.
I mean, that was one of the first moments. Like, I was like, okay, I know it's not me. It's my fucking deck. Oh god.
No, but like, but that was like one of the things about back then, though. Like, Jera, olden days and stuff like that. That the power level for a whole lot of like non-main character clan decks were a little bit. Some people would say skewed. Some people would say overtuned. Some people would say overpowered. I would say different. Just a bit.
Yeah,
Just a
I
bit.
mean, even before Jera, like when Tsukuyomi, when DN, MLB was a
Hmm.
thing.
Yep.
Like I was playing Granblue with Kaitos. It's only a 10k base and Counterblast 2 to call one card from the rub zone. Like, oh my goodness. Then
Hard
you
time.
just see, oh yeah, dot X restanding again, twin drive again. Like, okay, very cool, very cool. But at least now in standard, at least the they don't do that. It's not like that anymore. At least that's what I see.
I think a lot of the side character clans have been getting a lot more support than the main character clans nowadays, actually, which is wow, right? It's just super
Yeah,
wild to me.
that's a strange direction, but also I think very welcome.
Hmm.
But also I don't watch the anime anymore, so I don't really know if these cards actually appear in the anime, or because now I think as soon as they ended Shin arc,
Hmm.
it's just like, oh yeah, they're releasing cards which were either popular or new or whatever,
Hmm.
quite powerful, but I don't know if they're like following an arc in the anime, which I don't think so. But people from watching the anime can correct me.
Yeah, I think stuff like Thavos and um, all those other units that are summoning like old G units and stuff. No, we haven't had like any anime that shows them outside of a card of the day sort of episode from Vanguard. If so,
Ah,
you're correct. After Shinnark, there has been no new season yet, unless you want to
I
count if.
still I still need to watch them. I heard just hilarious things or something I just can't believe. Like, is this really happening in the anime? I just need to see this.
Yeah, I do think I don't like to foreshadow a whole lot of anime, but it's different. It's a different direction from what they've usually done. That's all I'll tell you.
Interesting.
It's a
Yeah,
very different direction.
that's good enough for me to keep things interesting to watch.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh,
Some of it you'll have a lot of deja vu with, but a lot of it will be like, oh wow, what the hell? Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's interesting. We'll see.
Yes, yes, sir. All right. So then, in terms of you talked a little bit about the anime. We talked a little bit about the present. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the future of you, Varian, member of Crushing the Meta. What would be some of the things you would like to do in the future in terms of Vanguard, outside of like playing it in like a local shop because that's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to say. Like, I don't know what else I wanted to do aside from playing in tournaments, because in like for Vanguard, I do hope that overdress is I don't know, because people are talking about like standard will rotate to premium and then we'll have a new standard format with overdress. I mean, I'm not particularly mad about it because to be fair, when new decks release, old decks get shafted,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
it's not like it's anything new. But it's also like for me a moment where, okay, when till I get my my actual clan that I can play. I don't want to buy into it like, oh, if they release Royal Paladin first, I don't want to buy into that sort of crap. Uh, so yeah, I don't know, JJ. Like, what else do we want to do with Vanguard aside from playing the game in real life? I do hope that we'll get an online version. I know that probably won't be happening. Uh,
Hey, we have Vanguard Zero, friend. We have an online version.
I do play Vanguard Zero, so that's the thing. So yeah, I'm playing a lot of that. Still
Mm.
waiting for my break ride, but uh, yeah, damn, I really just want to play Vanguard for the future, JJ. I don't know what sort of answer you're looking for.
No, then that's good enough for me. That's awesome for me. So what's your favorite card actually that you wanted it to have for the giveaway?
Okay, so I'm a professional, and as
Hmm.
professionals, we forget things to prepare for the giveaway. I had a card in mind, JJ. At least I have that. At least I have that.
Okay, which one?
So I wanted to give away my Greed Shade,
Oh.
just because it's just it's not staple anymore, I would say, but you should always have a Greed Shade available in any form of Granblue deck. I guess not seven Cs, but that's the details.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I thought, that would be very very useful. And the thing is, with me, I don't keep a lot of spares, which is why I don't own SPs. Uh, I don't even own like multiple decks. If I just want to change Standard Pro Premium, I have to change the sleeves and whatnot and all that stuff. Yes, it's hard to do, but it saves me money, and I don't feel like just spending a lot of money for like a piece of plastic still. Uh, so I have spare Greed Shade, and it's really useful for Grand Blue, and I wanted to give that away. I
Aw.
don't have it yet, but it's somewhere in my binder.
Okay, that sounds like a very good one. All right, thank you so much, Varian. So he's gonna have that signed for you awesome people at home. So actually, you guys at home, thank y'all for watching today. Thank y'all for tuning in and stopping on by. It has been great to have this interview with Varian here today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you, Varian.
Okay, okay, JJ. Before you end the video, first of all, subscribe to this man,
Mhm.
GG Mr. Rogers on Twitch. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's doing daily content, Vanguard Zero, and all variety stream. We hope that we can do the horror game streaming in the coming week or maybe soon. JJ, right?
I hate it so much, bro. Uh, so one thing you guys got to know about me, I hate horror games. I become very, I wouldn't say violent, but I become, just don't touch me when I'm scared, basically. Just don't touch me. Just don't touch me when I'm scared.
No, believe me, JJ, we want to see you do that. So, obviously, thank you for the interview and arranging everything for us, and you will interview everyone else as well. So, good luck with that. As I said, subscribe to this guy, support him, what he's doing. I think he's doing a really good thing. Very entertaining streamer.
Aw.
So, yeah, you should do that and get us our horror game, JJ, very soon.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone.
All right, awesome. So, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for stopping by and tuning on in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This has been JJ and
Vaklys.
from Crushing the Meta, and we're signing out. Till next time.
Sign out.